Hello and welcome to the SB News Podcast. In this podcast, we will delve into the foundational aspects of the economy and analyze their implications. Please note that any opinions shared here are intended solely for informational purposes and should not be construed as investment advice. According to a report from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics released on Friday, the Producer Price Index, PPI, went up by 0.3% in July. This means that the prices that producers receive for their goods and services increased slightly during this time. In July, the main reason for the rise in prices was a 0.5% increase in the cost of services. In comparison, prices for physical goods also went up a bit by 0.1% in the same period. When we look at services specifically, their prices increased by 0.5% in July. This was the biggest increase since August 2022. About 40% of this rise can be attributed to a significant 7.6% increase in the prices for portfolio management. Additionally, prices went up for things like machinery and vehicle wholesaling, outpatient care, chemicals and allied products wholesaling, securities brokerage, dealing, investment advice, and related services, as well as transportation of passengers. As for prices of physical goods, they only edged up by 0.1% in July, following no change in June. The increase in July was mostly due to a 0.5% rise in the prices of food items. However, prices for other goods, excluding food and energy, remained unchanged. The same goes for energy-related prices. Within the category of goods, the cost of meats went up by a notable 5%. Gas fuels, hay, hayseeds, oilseeds, utility natural gas, and motor vehicles also experienced price increases. On the other hand, prices for diesel fuel dropped by 7.1%, and the prices for gasoline, fresh fruits and melons, and plastic resins and materials also went down. Interestingly, even though the production price index increased, a report published on Friday showed that consumer sentiment, which is how confident consumers feel about the economy, remained the same in July when compared to June. This suggests that people are still being cautious with their spending. This caution might be because there are mixed reports about the possibility of a recession, which is a significant economic downturn. So, even though producers are experiencing slightly higher prices for their goods and services, consumers are still being careful with their money due to the uncertain economic outlook. Thank you for tuning in to the SB News Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and download our podcast. Your support greatly assists us in delivering further content of this nature to your attention.